Hey guys, it's me Morgan, and this is going to be part 2 video of my teacher Q&A video, and this might turn into a part 3. I'm not sure. I posted on Instagram if anybody has any questions about teaching or anything like that, and I got a lot of questions, so I don't know how long this video will be. If it's too long, I'll put it into another part, so there would be a part 3 if this one's too long. Okay, so before I begin, my name is Morgan and I am a teacher. I teach kindergarten and I do live in Atlanta, and this is my 3rd year teaching. So I'm at the end of my 3rd year. It's going to be May tomorrow, so school gets out at the end of May. So yeah, so I'm going to just read my questions from my Instagram, like literally like straight off, and go from there. So far I have like 45 questions, so let's begin. Okay, so when I answer these questions, they're really just gonna be like off the top of my head because I'm reading them as I see them on my phone. So the first question is, my phone is upside down. The first question is, do you like kids? And what's your favorite subject to teach? So that was by the same person. So of course I love kids, that's why I'm a teacher. If I didn't like kids, I don't think I would be a teacher. I feel like in order to be a teacher, you kind of have to like kids. That's the requirement because you're around kids all the time. So yes, I love kids, and one day hopefully I'll have kids of my own as well, just not right now, in the future, okay? My favorite subject to teach is probably math and science. Even growing up, I loved math and science. Like those are just like my favorites. I love numbers, shapes. Like I love doing all that with the kids. In science, like I love doing science experiments. That's extra fun to me. Like I get excited doing it. Why did you choose teaching even though they are underpaid? I didn't choose teaching. Teaching chose me. So teaching, I don't teach, or I didn't pick teaching because of the pay, clearly, because we don't make like a lot of money as other careers. I chose it because I love doing it. Like it's just a passion I have. I honestly could not see myself doing anything else. I love YouTube. I didn't discover YouTube until I was in college while I was getting my degree in teaching. Teaching is something that I knew I wanted to do for a while. And it's just, I don't know, it's just a joy I have when I am teaching the kids. Even though the day may be crazy, hectic, kids are going crazy off the chain, off the wall. At the end of the day, like the feeling you have towards those kids and all you do for them, it's just so rewarding. Like the feeling is so rewarding. And I don't know if there's like another field or career that could be as rewarding as teaching. Maybe a doctor or something like that, saving a life, but teaching, it's like you're teaching the future. Like mainly everybody in this world has to go to school, and the kids are impacted by their teachers. So I try just to be a great teacher. Not only a teacher, I try to be kind of like motherly and nurturing, because you don't know what they have going on at home. You don't know their situation at all. Some kids, they only eat when they're at school. I make sure my kids eat breakfast and eat their lunch. I eat lunch with my kids every single day. I have not missed, well, unless I'm not at work, I have not missed a day of eating lunch with the kids. Not that many teachers eat lunch with the kids. I choose to eat lunch with the kids every day because I like talking to them, just to see what's going on with their life. And they like it when I sit there and eat with them. We just talk about everything. We go outside. I sit on the bench, watch them play. They'll come up to me, ask if I want to do a hand clap game, and I'll start hand clapping with them. So I just try to be very hands-on and, interactive with them. And I think they really love that, because you just remember, you don't know what's going on at home. I only see what's going on in the classroom and how they come to school every day. I don't know their home life. So I just try to make sure their life at school is amazing. So yeah, all right, next question is, what grade is your favorite to teach? So honestly, kindergarten, and I've been teaching kindergarten for 3 years. Kindergarten is the only grade I have professionally taught. When I was in college, we did do student teaching. So we did 2 years of student teaching. The first 3 semesters were like blocked, so it wasn't full time. The last semester of your college life is a full-time teaching block. So first semester I had kindergarten, and then I think I had, what grade did I have? I think I had 3rd grade, and then I had 4th grade, and then my whole student teaching block, my full student teaching was 2nd grade, and I did enjoy 2nd grade, but I love kindergarten. When I like started student teaching, I said I wanted to do kindergarten for my whole life. So I love kindergarten. And yeah, next question. What is your advice to new teachers? What has it been like being a kindergarten teacher? I think I kind of talked about advice on my last video. I'm trying not to go over questions I already went over before, but I would just say, if you need help, just ask for help. In my case, not all information was given to me when I became a teacher. Some stuff you had to like ask other teachers about, or just take the initiative and find out what you need to know. I would definitely talk to my grade level team. I had a great grade level team. When I remember my first day, like during pre-planning week, when I came in, the teacher next to me like was so quick to help me. It was great, because I was so lost. I was lost, confused, scared. I was like, oh my God, school starts next week. I have to do my classroom. Like, I was freaking out. I didn't know what I was gonna do. But I would just say, just lean on your coworkers, ask them for help, breathe, go on Pinterest, like all that stuff. Just remember what you learned in college and everything will be fine. Being a kindergarten teacher has been great. I love it. It's just a great experience. So what made you decide kindergarten was the grade you wanted to teach? Growing up, I always worked with smaller kids. I used to work at the YMCA, then I worked for Gwinnett Parks and Recreation in the summertime, and I always had like the little kids. So I really like the little kids because they're really creative, and you can do a lot of hands-on activities with them, and they're just so cute too. So yeah, but after you graduate college and you go apply for jobs, sometimes they just need you where they can put you. So sometimes you don't have the option of deciding what grade you want to teach. Luckily for me, the school I'm at now, when I went in for the interview, they need a kindergarten teacher, and I was down for the job. I was like, yes, me, just pick me right now. So that's how I ended up being a kindergarten teacher. Now, schools can move you to whatever grade they need you in. Hopefully I don't get moved out of kindergarten, because I love kindergarten. But yeah, so that's how I ended up being a kindergarten teacher. Next question is, can you deal with smart mouth kids? So my school, I don't really have that many behavior problems at my school. Like, our school's pretty good as far as behavior problems. Next question, can you deal with smart mouth kids? Well, I don't really have that problem at my school or in my classroom. My kids are very, very respectable to me. They don't ever talk back to me. I think last year I had one girl, and I mean, her mouth was a little off, but everything was fine after we handled the situation. But this year, I don't have like many problems with kids mouthing off. Like, none of the kids ever talked back to me. I mean, they're 5 and 6, and usually with 5 and 6 year olds, you don't really have that many mouthing problems. I know of upper grades, like older kids, they'll probably have some mouth issues, but my kids, we don't have any of that in the classroom. Let's see. Next question. How long do you plan on teaching? Do you have any interest in becoming a principal, AP, or counselor? I actually plan on teaching until I can retire from teaching. So I plan on actually teaching for like 30 years. So I have like 27 years left. Do I have an interest in becoming a principal, AP, or counselor? I honestly do not want to be a principal, an assistant principal, a counselor, or anything like that for now. Maybe as I get older, I might be interested in doing something like that. But right now, I don't. And the reason is because I got into teaching to be with the kids. I want to be around the kids and help the kids. Like, I want to be hands-on with the kids. Principals and APs have to deal with the teachers at the school and the kids. I don't want to deal with adults. I feel like adults have more issues than the kids do, and I don't want to be a part of that. So I just want to be with the kids. So I plan on actually being a teacher till I can retire. Did you have teaching experience, or did you work with kids before you started teaching? I did kind of have teaching experience, I guess. Like I said before, I was a counselor. I worked at the YMCA for like 4 or 5 years. So I've been around kids. In high school, I graduated from Decatur High School in Decatur, Georgia, the city schools of Decatur. So when I was there, one of our electives was actually early childhood, and I took that for 3 years. So we actually got to, like, I think we made lessons and we taught like little kids. So that also helped. Are you interested in teaching any other grade? Like I said, I love kindergarten. I'll keep doing that until I get tired of it, I guess. If I did have to go to another grade, it'll be first grade or second grade. I really do not want to go past second grade. Does it help to know fellow teachers in the county? I really don't know any other teachers in the county like that. The only other teachers I really know are the teachers I went to college with and other teachers I just happened to meet. But I never like call up any teachers from like around the area and be like, hey, what are you doing this week or anything? So let's see. How do you manage giving each student individual time? How do you go about finding a school to internship at? Okay, so the first question, managing individual time. I do a lot of small groups. We rotate every day. So usually there's a small group going on every single day. And we also work one-on-one with kids who really need that extra help and support. Let's see. How do you go about finding a school to internship at? At my school, they automatically placed us somewhere. We didn't have to go find a school. I went to Valdosta State University. I graduated from there. So once we got into our professional block of student teaching, they just randomly picked a school for us. I had no choice on what school I wanted or what teacher I wanted or even what grade I wanted. They picked everything for you. Advice on passing the GACE. I think I talked about this in my other video. The GACE test is a test you have to take before you can even become a teacher. It's your certificate. It's everything. So you have to pass that first. My advice would be, I had the book. I studied the book. Didn't really work for me. I'm not a good test taker at all. And I'll be honest with you, it took me 3 times to pass the GACE test because I'm a horrible test taker. And every time I failed it, it was by like 1 or 2 points. And the last time I took it, I prayed that I passed it. I was like, please just let me pass this test. I just want to teach. And I passed it by flying colors, which was crazy. But what helped me was I looked at brainpop.com. I don't know if y'all heard of BrainPop, but it's basically a website for kids that has like this cartoon video. And they talk about different things that are in the curriculum for kids. It's for kids, not really for adults. So I watched that so it can like put the stuff in kids' terms and I could understand it better. Because the GACE test is basically just questions about what you're actually going to teach the kids. So they'll have like math problems and like social studies questions, history questions, science questions, like as if you're in high school taking an end of the course exam. That's what it's like basically. So yeah, I just did that. What hours do you work? How long after the kids leave do you get to leave? So I have to be at work at 6:45. The kids come in, they're at my classroom door at 6:55, and the kids leave at about 2 o'clock. They start doing dismissal, and we can leave at 2:45. So my hours are 6:45 to 2:45, and I love those hours. I beat traffic, everything. I can do what I want to do. That's also how I have time to go to the gym. A lot of you guys are like, how do you go to the gym after work when you're tired? I get off early, so I'm able to go to the gym. Are you paid in the summer? Yes, teachers get paid in the summer. I know in my school district, we get paid twice a month. Other school districts, they get paid once a month. I could not do the once a month thing. I have to get paid twice a month. So, yeah, so we get paid in the summer the same. I guess they just take our salary and split it between 12 months. Is it hard dealing with parents? I have no problem at all dealing with parents. My parents at my school are very sweet and they're very helping and everything. I have not had any issues with any parents at all. As long as you're a good teacher and you're on top of what you need to be on top of, and you know, you answer the parents' questions and let them know what's going on, then I don't think there's a problem at all. Where do you shop for teacher clothes, and can you do a lookbook? So my teacher clothes are basically like, I get them from wherever. I don't have a teacher specific store. I still shop at like H&M, Zara, Forever 21. I just find clothes and wear clothes that are appropriate for teaching. So yeah, so when I first started teaching, I don't think I really went teacher clothes shopping. I just went in my closet and found clothes that are appropriate for work. And yeah, and right now I wear a lot of dresses because it's getting warm outside, and dresses are just like the easiest thing to throw on. So you can throw like a dress on and a sweater or a denim jacket and you're good to go. All right, next question. How does loan forgiveness work for teachers? Or can you take advantage of that? So yes, I am ready for this loan forgiveness to happen because my student loans, I can't stand them. I hate paying them every single month. But they have a loan forgiveness, but you have to teach for 5 consecutive years at a Title I school. And I think if you're a regular teacher like me, they forgive like $7,500. And then if you're special ed, they forgive, I think like $1,200 or something like that. So they're only gonna get rid of $7,500, which is a good amount for me. I'm fine with that. If they give me $20, I'll be happy. So after 5 years, so I have 2 more years left, and then I can go ahead and apply for it, and they will forgive my loans. And a Title I school is basically like a low income school. Mainly schools that have like free or reduced lunch are Title I schools, and that's where I work. Let's see. How do you prepare lesson plans? Basically, as a grade level, it just depends. Sometimes as a grade level, we'll do lesson plans together. Sometimes we'll do them by ourselves, whatever. Recently, I've just been doing my own lesson plans by myself. It's really, at first it was a little tricky, but now, since I've been teaching for 3 years, it's not hard. We have a curriculum map and guide that has what we need to work on and when we need to work on it. So we basically just follow that, and I just find activities and lessons for the kids to do. What do you do in the summer when the school year is over? So in the summer, I try to work. Summer school. So last year was my first year. I did do summer school. I did it for the month of June, and I just wanted to earn some extra money. This year, I will be doing summer school again as well, just because I cannot say no to money. Like, I am not in a relationship. I don't have a husband. I don't have any kids. I'm not really obligated to do anything in the summer. I can travel if I want to, but I can also just go to travel in July after summer school's over. So they pay well in the summer, and you also get your regular teacher pay too, along with summer school money. So I'm not gonna say no to money. So I'll be doing summer school next month in June. Let's see. How do you deal with disobedient students since they're so young? In my class, I don't have that many behavior problems. I do have this thing called Class Dojo, which is an app. So basically, you sign up for the app, and each kid has their own little monster type thing, and it connects to the parent's cell phone. So you give the parents like their code and information, and they can download the app on their cell phone, and they can see when the kid is acting up or doing something good. You can share pictures. It kind of looks like the news feed. The class story looks like Facebook kind of. So you can, like, say Billy got the answer right, or he did something really great that day. I could put it on my phone. I can go under Billy's name, give him an incentive, and right when it happens, the parents will see it. Say little Johnny decided to hit Billy today at school. I can put on the phone, I can go under Johnny's name and put he hit somebody, and then the parent will get that right away, and he'll get his points taken away. And if you do something good, you get points added. So I use that, and I also have a behavior chart where they move their clip. So yeah. How to gain the respect of students as well as parents and as a young teacher. I feel like my students automatically respect me just because they're 5 and 6 and I'm bigger than them. So I don't know, like, I never had a respect problem with the kids. Parents, I have not had a respect problem either, even though parents, they think I'm very young. And yeah, and my coworkers are fine as well. So yeah, respect really is not an issue. How do you keep focused on school? How did you keep focused on school? And did you ever have the urge to give up or drop out? So I'm a very like strong-willed, determined person. If I want something, I'm going to do it. I usually don't give up at things. I just keep going and think about the positive outcome that is at the end of the road. So in college, my first and second year college, we did, you know, your regular classes that everybody does. And then once you get to your junior, senior year, that's when you focus more on like your major and stuff. So I was just ready to graduate by my junior year once I got in my major. But I love like teaching, and I love my major so much. It was like I was never like off track or like, oh, I can't stand this. The only time I would get tired of it was when I had to wake up early to go student teach, because I didn't like waking up early in college because all my friends would be out partying and I had to wake up and go teach kids. So, I mean, I just always looked at the end goal and remember what I did it for, what I'm doing it for. And it was either, you know, finish college and graduate, or drop out and work somewhere where I didn't want to work and be struggling. So yeah, so college, me graduating was all the motivation that I needed. Okay, this is going to be my last question because the video is getting long, and I'm gonna make a part 3 coming up in a couple weeks. What's been your most memorable moment so far, and has there ever been a time where you just couldn't take it anymore and thought about quitting? I would say my most memorable moments would be probably the last day of school. And it's only because like that, the last day of school, it's like the last day of school, and it's so sad to me. I mean, like, you're happy because like the school year's over, you don't have to wake up and go to work anymore for the summer. But then it's like you just spent 180 days with these little children, and that's the day I feel like when you think about all they accomplished and how far they came and how close you got to them. Like, these are my children. Like, all the kids I have 24 kids, and these are all my kids. Like, I feel like I'm their second mom. And it's like crazy how you can see them grow so much within that school year. Like, the first day of school, the kids usually are extra shy. They don't say anything. They're just looking at you scared. And the last day of school, they're just off the train, bouncing off the wall, like just everything. So, I mean, I think the most memorable moments are the last day of school. On the last day of school, we just reflect on everything, you get to see their faces, and yeah. And you just talk about the school year. It's just like a really fun day. So yeah, but they do come and visit me. If they're still at the school, they'll come and visit me the next year. Because I have the kids I taught my first year of teaching kindergarten, they still visit me like so yeah, the kids I taught my first year, they still come and visit me, hug me, do all that stuff. So yeah. And the next question is, are teachers usually hired before the school year or during? It really just depends. I guess most of the hires get hired like at the end of the school year and in the summer to get ready for the next year. But there are teachers who like retire at the middle of the school year, or they quit, or they need more teachers. So it just depends. So if you're ready, I would just apply whenever you can. So that concludes the part 2 video. I'm going to probably make a part 3 video. Please put questions below for a part 3 if you guys have any. And yeah, I hope I answered a lot of questions. I'll leave the link to the Class Dojo thing so you guys can see what I'm talking about below. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.